Now, when I think about God, I think God is an opportunist. I ain't gonna say that God is undefeated. I think some of the stuff that God did, either He knew or He didn't know. I knew He didn't know, knew or He didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of people in there. Even like Solomon's a good one. He picked Solomon. I don't know what Solomon did, but he pissed God off. I mean, it's documented, but it seems pretty like, you know what I'm saying? He tried to perform the shit himself because I guess the priest was late. And they was like, look, we losing the battle, so he tried to do it himself. But what I'm saying though, God actually relies on people. Like, he'll change all of that later. He changed all of that with Jesus. Moses was allowed to, that was never supposed to happen. Jesus told you that no. He said Moses allowed you to marry. So that means God went along with it. Even though but you gotta understand about your own nature. They was gonna do it anyway, but they was gonna do it in a fuck ass way. If they couldn't get out, you know what I'm saying, through some kind of agreement, they was gonna do some fuck ass shit. And just real true. So instead of having all that bickering and that arguing, it's just let them divorce out. But what you don't understand is you are making a promise to God. You ain't making a. If you was making a promise to Moses, then okay, if Moses forgive you, that's okay. You is making a promise to God, and that's what Jesus was straightening out. No, when you make a promise to God like that, you should keep it. And you can't even throw no because that's what he's saying. You tricked yourself into thinking that you're making a promise to the system, and that is not so. And Satan uses the system to ultimately make you break your word. That's what you were saying. This is why. See, this is what they don't even understand. If the Old Testament was so perfect, why was it done away with? He tells you exactly because evil men had hijacked it and they was using it for their own purposes. All right, they give you movies. In the Green Mile, the black man, he said they use their love against them. And that's exactly what they're doing now. It's just love is hard to use because love is hard to imitate. It's hard. Rules are just rules. Love is hard to imitate. God said love, Jesus said love God and love your neighbor. It's hard to imitate. It's not something easily imitated. What do? Enforce the rules. I heard, and I didn't know how to feel about it. I put my soul on the shit. I didn't know how to feel about it, but because she spoke, you know what I'm saying, shit to me that was word. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we should do but not when it entangles with God or so. Should we respect our elders? Yes. Should we do certain things? Yes. Should we follow? Should we not steal, kill, and yes. But when you see an obvious problem, you should be able to point it out. And I can say it then, but I can say it now. The system is evil, dog. Just because it's playing both sides of the goddamn fence doesn't mean that it's not. The fact that they got you to dress, look, do all of these things. This has nothing, and let me repeat, nothing to do with God. Look, let me tell you this. That's probably why I'll never be a business owner. Because if you don't like the way someone looks, because they got dreads, you can simply request someone else to serve you. Don't hate on that person. If you don't want to be there, don't come. I'm how how in the world can everybody be the same? Remember when I said God created culture, God? He created culture by fragmenting what is going on now. All the world was together and they did it. All the powerful people in the world wear suits. When you get judged, you gonna wear a suit. I'm talking about in real life. Nigga, in real life, you fight that shit, you gonna wear a suit. Why? Because they don't want you to have any empathy. But if you didn't want, why you don't just admit in the suit from the beginning? The whole shit is a sin. If you do that just because you don't want them to have any empathy, that's some bullshit. So you have been living your whole life in green and shitting around other niggas and all this other shit, but now they want to make you look like a citizen. This is some bullshit. And like I say, I don't hate America. If you don't understand this is global, you're retarded. Hey, look. And what regime that they don't have a uniform? Just what race? What well? They got a McDonald's uniform everywhere. They man, look. You denying people to be people. You denying people even the rightfully land that God gave them. He only sliced up his land, so what is the rest of it? Conquered by freaking brutes. Shit, his land was conquered by brutes. That's why he had to carve it out. These people are ridiculously crazy. Can you imagine a person creating the earth and has to carve out his own land? Hey, I know you can't because the shit wouldn't make no goddamn sense. You gotta take people off of his land because they was claiming land way the fuck back then. God intends you to be free. And you were for a long time, but he's like, I gotta do something. So he created his own people. What do you say? They're going to teach the world. And obviously they're going to do this. Obviously it's another place other than this. Obviously this is a test. It's just a realistic one. It's just a realistic one. People are far behind everything. Greed, desire, everything. I can't say my shit up. I can't stay my stock up with God. I just know I'm cool with him. We ain't fighting none of that. We is copacetic. But people want to get at me, but I understand why they want to get at me because they would want to get at God. The real shit would be to prove me wrong. Prove that I'm a liar. Prove that I have been wrong. I don't give a fuck. You can go back if you like, but if we do that, we also have to go back to you. Because I'm not lying, dog. What people are experiencing is what other people taught them. We were taught by our parents to love our siblings, to love our family. Look at what they have done to that in the last 30 years. Brother, that's how long I've been living. Look at what they've done to it in the last 30 years. Kids are a burden now. And they used to be a blessing. Tell me I'm a lie. I will wait. Because everything I'm saying is not a lie. They were blessed. They were blessed to have. But now, all the desires and all the things they give you have outweighed it. And we're in a troubling state. I wouldn't worry. But if you can't get your family right, I wouldn't worry about the community. That's the whole point. You can't get your family straight. How the fuck are you gonna worry about the community? Then you end up with these fractured motherfuckers that want to be about the community, but if you ain't about your family, how you gonna have love for the community? How you gonna be able to express love for the community? How we gonna be sure you ain't gonna cut tail and run? See, I would tell you what the biggest problems with it is, with men or women. Anybody giving you their heart that's conscious is what if you're wrong? I really don't do that this more. I tell you what I need. If you telling the truth at that particular moment, I take that. I already analyze that to be the truth, but the rest of that shit's some bullshit. Because a lot of shit that motherfuckers say is bullshit. Real shit, relationships are relationships. It don't matter what kind you have. It's certain things you got to do for them to survive. It's if you understand God, in instance, it's just like planting seeds. What if you don't let one get sun, or you don't let one get water, or you don't let a whole faction get water or sun? You're gonna end up with a fucked up one. But you wanna know what I'm saying? Scientists ain't stupid. God ain't stupid. People are. If you do this, they don't act like they understand that consequences have actions. If you do this, one is going to be greater and the other one's not going to be. If you give one more love and you don't get that make a bad science experiment. You have to give them both love. It has to be a variable that one doesn't get, and that this is what it is. It's just simple love. One doesn't get it, the other one does. But in experiment, they don't tell you like scientists. It's like Scientists would know what would happen. These motherfuckers don't know what happened. They don't know that you benefited one and not benefited the other. When you left the other one to starve, you're lucky it's alive. Well, I ain't even saying lucky. It's just like motherfuckers don't even expect it to live. If I took two plants, I ain't going. I ain't. I want to show some difference, but not too much. What if they were both in the house, but a person moved one outside and left the other in the house? It's by window, it saw sun and shit, but it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? Which one you think gonna grow faster? The one you tend to, the one you care. They don't understand this in families. And if you really want to know, it ain't about you. This is about God. They want to remove men from that. God asks you one thing throughout the whole Bible. He asks all women to do one goddamn thing. Be subservient to you. I'm gonna deal with the niggas. That's what God says. But be subservient to your husbands. It's all throughout the whole Bible. It's all he asks you to do. Now you tell me who passed that. That's all. That's all he asked you. That's it. That's it. Had the same love you got, he got for you. And just that sentence will let you know motherfuckers went way the fuck out the world. That's all he asks you to do. And it's not just any man. It's not just any man. It's to your husband. So I ask again, how many people passed that? Man, he got all kind of goddamn moves. You're supposed to have somebody to help you with this shit, but you don't. Now, I can't tell you in the future which one will be better. I don't know. No one knows how God is judged. We only know what he taught us. And throughout the whole entire Bible. You want to know why he's not mostly addressing you? You want to know you only got one thing to do and the nigga got a trillion? Because of the future. He knew it would come to this. And you know, he's seen it before. And that's why he only told you just to have enough love to obey what the nigga said. He knew it was gonna come to this. That's the only thing I can think of. He knew this was gonna happen. Man can't stop. I definitely will. Even in that fractured nose, it's still. But trying to take that ain't easy. Or trying to mix it up ain't easy. But they're gonna do it. I'm saying, what is the sake of equality? What are you? See, what I'm saying is, what are you leaving behind? In real rules, all women didn't want to work, dog. Most women don't want to work. You ain't a majority factor though. How did you let feminists do this to you? Okay, we want to vote, bitch. Okay, but like all this bullshit. Imagine how men felt. Fuck the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Look on the other side some goddamn time. These niggas came back from a goddamn war and they had put all the women to work. To the point where this nigga ain't even a provider no more. Imagine how he felt. So while a lot of people, women were experiencing power, a lot of men were experiencing pain. They went out to fight. They like, it's just gonna be okay. She probably was saying, "Don't leave" or some shit. Like, bitch, you left. I got a job. What you gonna say? And the government was sneaky like that. They literally put the men to work, and then they sent the men to war, and then put the women to work. Women are excited at the beginning. It was a new venture, some road they never went down, but then they found out, hey, ain't no love down there. Dog. It wasn't no man. It wasn't no love down there from the beginning. Man, powered out. No, somebody has to lead. It has nothing to do with money and power. Men just tend to be better at it. I say, well, can you do it? But can a woman really have equality? Is that a real truth? They focus on the men that control women. Bitch, regular motherfuckers ain't doing that. Regular motherfuckers already know what's up. For real. Shoot me if you want. You ain't got no money. Ain't nothing. They burning us because the government created laws. It was for black people. Trust me. Imagine. Hey, look, these bitches trying to stay prestige. So they ain't even divorcing their men. Black women is divorcing their men left and right. Because they never, yeah, but they don't understand this go all the way back to what God asked you to do. No one said it was gonna be easy. This goes all the way back. What asked you to do. He asked you to do it. He make you do it. He asked just like a man. He asked you to do it. He ain't even put in a full commandment. That was for all men and women. He asked you to do it. You wanna know why? Because he knew, and that's why women will be the biggest threat, because women feel oppressed. I'm telling you, this is not true on the bottom. It just ain't true. Motherfuckers love they women on the bottom. Women that became incessant with other shit. It's like they want to go higher than we can actually go. I know they say you can do anything, but no, baby. You can't. You'll become a different person. It's almost like you're Beyonce. She was at church. Didn't know. She came out of the church. Whole different other person. If you put money and looks and all this shit at the head of your values, this is what the fuck you end up with. Point blank, period. I'm wondering where the fuck the regular motherfuckers at. Because even drugs do something for me. What is putting some there? You look better so you get more attention from males? What if you have a man? That is so fucked up. So that means you ain't doing it for him. You're doing it for attention. But do you not know all these things happened before? And see, that's the crazy part that they don't tell you. And I think that's exactly why if anybody, brother, if you fuck with God and you run with God, you got to read the book of Enoch because you're going to be missing a gap. You'd be like, how the fuck did all of this shit come about if that's the case? Because they did not learn knowledge. They did not have all knowledge in their hands. They only knew the knowledge of good and evil. They didn't have all knowledge. They only knew what they did wrong. Like, they were naked. And they covered themselves because they knew they were naked. When God seen it, he say, I haven't even set this out yet. How was it here? I haven't. He hadn't even released them to the wild yet. He was still talking to Adam. And he didn't even have really too much of a conversation with Eve. I don't know. I don't even know how long they lived. But if you look at the way he's talking, it's like he barely ever talks to you. Or he only talked to her when she getting punished. And I know that it just wasn't enough time. If you really want to understand, think about it. This nigga ain't thinking about nothing else. Nigga get to name the animals and shit. And then the serpent tricked this bitch. And she about to die. And so you gotta make a pimp decision. So you make one. He was gonna die with her. Along with all mankind. God postponed the death. And you see it as a falling away from God. He's postponed the death of human beings, not them. But they lived an awfully long time. And the first baby she had, she was glad. And most babies I know when I was younger was glad to be had. They talk shit about them because they always talk shit about them, but they were very much loved. And they were very much less killed in the womb. White people was doing it, black people wasn't. Man, I try to tell them, man, black people don't even got porns out like goddamn white people, man. Like regular shit, like that TV shit. Now, if you going to find porn, you gonna find it. But just regular TV shit, we don't do that. All that showing everything and shit. We just don't. I don't know why. Maybe women got some kind of black women got some kind of pride about themselves. See, we only see the porn, but I'm saying that if you see these videos, they ain't showing your ass a goddamn thing. I mean, these movies, not videos. Nothing. It's only a few of them. Imagine how many black women are in movies. Just saying. It ain't even advertised like this. White porn is. That's gonna have a blowback on its own self. Because they don't. You gotta understand globalism and racism. They don't want motherfuckers to make me too much. But the money is just so good that these bitches cannot walk away from. They look. It's a couple of things that you can get fucked up by. You know, desire adds everything to it. Desire is one. Greed, it's the same thing, but she got to have her own block. The same thing that these people did to make money, they don't want to be looking sexy for these motherfuckers because that shit will destroy. Which white supremacy ain't gonna last, and globalism can't exist. White supremacy and globalism can't exist. But then the devil would have to be white. I doubt it. Just him being the biggest trickster, it won't be white. Be some Iranian, some Palestinian, some Chinese ass motherfucker ain't gonna be white. The next dynasty is not gonna be white. And they know that. Looking like China, at least gonna control the business side of it. If Russia get linked over military, you got a world working government already. America could have been done this. She was too busy milking every goddamn thing. He said my people. He said my people come out of it. Is it ideologically or physically? Because we didn't get here physically. Like we need to leave physically. Because that might be so. I'm saying though, it's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be toppled. We don't know how it's gonna be toppled. We just know it's gonna be in a day. And then what happens is he said it becomes the habitation of devils. I don't just sound like you don't want to be here. You thought that's the fucked up part. You thought devils was doing this, and they are. But it's just like it's more people. It's more about shifting the people. But once they reduce the numbers, bitch, it probably will be the habitation of those. Hey, I can't tell you no place that devils are at that people aren't. Tell me a place where devils are at that people aren't. So this tells me we're gonna end up with a whole bunch of brainwashed people. I don't know what you do with that logic. I just know it's gonna be so fucked up. Time of Noah and Sodom and Gomorrah, dog. They're separating all the men. Motherfuckers is talking about we the rain is coming. Hey, telling you, I'm talking about a mask. If it really is black, they'll give them reparations and they will leave the country. I don't expect that to happen at all. But if that was to happen, we probably bought. We don't want no part in what's about to happen next. You cheated people, you ain't got the money, and you're willing to imprison your whole state to get it. You ain't never seen an evil like that, dog. But you gotta go back and see if this shit would it get sanctioned by God. Yes, it would. America is living arrogantest motherfuckers ever. Nobody can get them. Nobody ain't. They just bought it right from up under your ass. They bought it. It's theirs. What you gonna say now? It's just a great con, folks. The reason that they get to punish you like this because you took all of their gifts. You took all of their gifts. You knew the goddamn shit was too sweet to be true. And it just was, dog. Too sweet. I'm talking about the regular people. The millionaires got their day. Them fuck niggas probably you gonna die on the way or in the great day when you tear through the clouds and they realize they were wrong. We, on the other hand, are going to die now behind this. They're implementing a plan. Those who are not down with the plan, and I can't believe you stopped. No, you didn't. And those who not down with the plan get to die. I hope that was on your goddamn schedule with me. I have no problem with dying. I don't like the world. I would like to see it get better within my own family, but I understand Outside of that, it's futile. The world is going to go the way it's going to go. It's all been predicted. He is not saying to the world, come out of her. You know, he's telling his people to come out of her. Her ideology, the way she thinks, and maybe even an actual goddamn country. How real is that? We got racism in the spirit. These niggas want to start a whole civil war to cover up their fucking actions. To cover it up. And these motherfuckers want to bite the goddamn shit. No, bitch. It's the establishment that's fucking us over. It's the bloodlines. This is 300 years of programming just from our shit. You did an age where black people still like to sit in the back of the bus. Like, they're mostly younger, but it's just like that whole mentality is crazy. I like to sit in the back of the bus, but it's just like if you think about it, mentality is crazy. Bitch fought and people died just so you could sit anywhere you wanted, but so you still choose to sit in the same spot. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's just crazy to me because I think this shit is about ideology, and I think that everybody thought that they was on the right side of the page, but they slowly been slipping into it, and they don't understand how to fight it. How you fight it is uniting, not on a bullshit level. On a bullshit like we gonna take care of each other level, and we ain't gonna worry about y'all fuck niggas. And if you do that, you might have some kind of fire back. You ain't gonna beat it. It's no beating. The only thing and the only purpose that it is to be what God loves. And that's what it is. It's no beating. But hey, look, make a formidable match. Maybe God might even help you if He likes it. It's no beating it because it's prophecy. It's already been foretold, son. It's already been foretold that they was going to do this. They're going to change the laws and the times. Brother, it's already been foretold that they were going to do this. It's been even more in depth if you read it. I don't know. I had to come to a conclusion myself. How? One of the most sacred things on the earth is children. It's a blueprint of you and it's God's next batch. What are we doing? We killing them. We wiping them out, filling them with poison, as ideas, and just going in. And it's simply because of my people suffer for the lack of knowledge. They don't know better. It's so sad. God's story is so fucking sad. You will never understand. Everybody think it's about somebody else, and he tell you it could be anybody. Bitch, principalities in high places. That means these motherfuckers could be anywhere. They're just in a place higher than you right now. You have to use God to get out of it. Do they understand? I doubt it. I doubt it. They wonder why I live plainly and not try to overwork myself. Because that's what you can't think when you overwork yourself. You can't think. You come home and you tell the children you need to go watch TV because I'm stressed to fuck. You can't even fucking think. And they got both parents doing that shit. And the prize of God's eye is the future. Who do you think he wrote the book for? Did he write it for the people at the time or the people in the future? For they living it. They don't. The same way you live in the same word that he spoke. You living it. We don't need. We don't need intervention. I tell you this, we was the crazy motherfuckers that disobeyed our parents and realized we was motherfucking wrong. You know what the next generation is? People we didn't teach. If you thought that way, you didn't teach the next generation, did you? Therefore, it didn't survive. I ain't had no kids personally, but I'm very involved with motherfucker shit. They don't even like that shit because the motherfucker be trying to tell their ass right. You trying to tell their ass how to just get this shit. But you can't just get this shit. You feel me? You gotta get this shit by real ass means. And if you ain't doing that, then you're a liar. For real, that's first of all. You know what I'm saying? Other shit you can do with your money and your influence that can fuck you up. But it's just like, if you ain't doing that, then it ain't nothing. It's like this. I don't try to put myself on the goddamn cross, but it's just like, look, man, I ain't finna be bothered with people that don't want to be bothered with me. It's a few people that I have to do. I have no choice. Why? Because God has put them in my path and they will not leave until they get what they came for. More than you playing this game. I just won't give it to him easily because I'm saying, let's look at it. That motherfucker tripping ain't boost because if we look at it, it's not that you don't deserve it. We don't even care about that. All right. Does God care about you taking communion? No. But he wants you to examine yourself. He wants you to decide whether you should take communion or not. It's no different here. I want the truth to reign, and you decide whether your righteous hand is right or not. Look, ain't nobody trying to beat God. Ain't nobody trying to beat what facts are. But if you're going to do that, then show me what the facts are. I'm guaranteeing you they're not going to line up the way you want. Why? Because they're missing a key component. Love. They gotta love these people. They don't. They ain't no love. It's only persecution, even for the people they mindly like. Imagine what it is for everyone else. Or really whatever one else that does not act like them or does not agree with their views. We don't give a damn about your views. We only care about what the truth is. Should we stone a person? You know what stoning a person is today? Have you seen social media? This bitch is making motherfuckers kill themselves from reading the shit that motherfuckers is writing. They is stoning people today. Today. You killing your firstborns, they just get women to do. All the same rules you break. But you call yourself the righteous nation, boy. You gotta be kidding.